Welcome back, guys. Today we are installing solar panels to our roof. Me and my dad are self-converting this Dodge Promaster to be completely livable in. We have no prior experience to this, so you are learning along with us. So the reason why we went with the 24-volt Mega 250 Pro Onyx Rich solar panel is because honestly, it's exactly what we wanted and what we needed. And we know these guys are a reputable brand. So yeah, and it's gonna fit up here. So actually, we're gonna make sure it fits up there. So stay tuned for that. So we are going to be doing two 250-watt solar panels. So we're gonna get a total of 500. We're pairing it with the Flatline Vanco roof rack. So it should fit parallel, absolutely tight. So I will show you guys that in this video. We're also gonna be popping a hole in and wiring that through there. All right, now let me tell you how much we spent on this. So we paid $1,029 for 3 of these, but unfortunately I'm a dumbass and I ordered 3 of them, thinking that 3 of them could fit with this AC unit that we got. Without the AC unit, yes, 3 of these probably could fit up there. Don't be like me, measure everything 1,000 freaking times. I'm pretty sure if you have the 200 watts, you can fit like 3 of them up there. Also, if you want to go to a specific part of this video, just scroll to the different chapters. With that, let's get to the products and tools. We're getting to the products and tools, Dad. All right, so for the products and the tools, our 250 24-volt solar panels. So we have our 20 feet solar wiring. So this is what's gonna go through the van and connect to our batteries. Actually, not our batteries. This is what's gonna connect to our solar charge controller through the top of the van. 10 gauge wire. Then we have our drill and drill bits. This is to make our holes for our gland, and this is to make our initial hole in the van for the wiring to go through. And that's the gland right there, but we'll get to that. Then we have our 2 foam brushes, so we can do our protective enamel and our primer. So here is our gland. So this is the piece that's going to be protecting the wiring and the hole, that no water or nothing gets in there. And these are the little 3 bolts I was talking about, or screws actually. And this little thing comes with it. So I will also put all the products and tools in the description of this video. And these are what weather seals the wires inside of the gland right there. These connectors are for when you bring the wire on the inside, so it goes on the end right here. Here's all of our hardware that we are going to be using on the van to mount the brackets. So here are all 8 mounts since we have 2 panels. So if you want these ones, you can order them off Amazon or Flatline Vanco, and you can order the brackets specifically for this roof rack that we have, which is the Flatline Vanco roof rack. But you could also get these exact ones, which are cheaper, on Amazon or from Rich Solar, which is the company of those solar panels. All right, so here's all the hardware. Let me just do a rundown of everything we have. So we have 8 brackets to hold the solar panels. So we went to Lowe's and they had only 6 each, so we have 2 of everything, but you only need 8 stainless steel 1/4 inch by 3/4 bolts. We got the Phillips head one. Then we have the 1/4 inch nylon insert lock nuts. So 8 of those as well. Then we need 16 1/4 inch lock nuts, 16 of those total. And then we also have 16 T-nuts. So they look like this. We have these 1/4 inch by 1/2 inch stainless steel screws. So here's how the layout is gonna go for inserting them into the solar panels. We're gonna attach the brackets right here before we go up there, and we're gonna do it the flush way. The way it goes is like this. You're gonna do a flat washer with the 1/4 inch by 3/4 bolt. You're gonna put that up in there, up through this hole right here. And then you're gonna put another washer and then the lock nut. You're gonna do that for each corner. Moving on to our final few parts, we have Buytle tape. So we are going to be using Buytle tape and scissors to hold this gland down. We have lap sealant, so after we do that, we are going to seal the gland so no water's getting in there. And right here is our electric caulking gun, grommets, deburring tool. Let's get into it. And our 2 solar panels, obviously. You can do that. That's true. Probably be easy. Just gotta be really careful with it. It is glass. So you can do 2 different ways. You can do it flush, where it just sits in there, or you can do it like this, where the solar panel is lifted up a couple inches from the 80/20, which I will show you how it looks right now. The washer on first. I'm gonna need a So a method that I found that makes it easier to get these in, put these two on and then just hold it up to the top of this. And then you put hand start it. Okay, so now when you're up here, you should already have your roof rack and stuff set up. So we are going to lay them vertically along here. He's actually gonna bring it up, so let me grab that.
Okay, that's good.
All right, so now my dad's gonna bring up the second solar panel and we're gonna push this all the way against the wall and we're gonna see and confirm that it fits in between these two because honestly it is a super tight squeeze. So, moment of truth right now. Moment of truth. So it's overlapping right now.
Right.
Alright. How the hell am I supposed to get over there now?
Oh, you can't.
Actually, I can.
No.
Who said I can't?
Okay, that one's below the bolts. And now you have to lift this up and get it underneath. Okay.
Oh, it's right there.
But you gotta.
Dude, it's literally so close.
But you gotta slide it down that way. You don't want to force and crack it. This is glass.
I'm gonna hold it. You try and wedge it. All right. Oh. You all right?
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Ha I got it. Oh. Probably the tightest fitment I've ever
well,
seen.
you know what we're gonna have to do?
That's ridiculous.
Okay. This is how it comes in the box.
Let's separate the top piece.
Take the cover off. This is
the little nut. Take off the small nut. 3 different pieces, and you're gonna put this one into the gland itself. So just poke this through, along with the other one as well. And then you're gonna wanna add this nut to the back end on the inside of the gland. So now you wanna put these little caps on the ends of each one facing opposite directions. So once you feed it through this hole,
and tightening it will squeeze these little fingers down on it. Keep it weatherproof.
That's right. And then you're just gonna take the wire from this side and you're gonna feed it through the hole that you made in the van. Got the safety glasses, and now we're about to poke a hole. Use a smaller drill bit first, and then we're gonna move up to the bigger one so that we can put this grommet in. Okay, so we are going to put our hole right here in this lower beam. We're gonna make sure we choose a spot where it's not gonna drill through one of these. So also we're gonna be doing it beneath the solar panels, so we're gonna do it from the inside and capture all the metal shavings with the shop vac. What?
It's not spinning though.
There's our wee little hole. So now we are going to file and get it a smooth surface, and then we're gonna add primer and protective enamel. But after you file it, that's the whole idea. All right, so now that we're up here, we're going to clean the surface, get this metal shavings all out of here, and then we are going to, clean up, use alcohol. Then we're gonna put primer, let it dry, protective enamel, then let it dry. And then we are going to add the gland. Then we are going to get our solar panel wires fitted. So as I mentioned, we are going to be wiring in series. So I will show you how we do that after we finish this. Here is our brush, and we have a little dab of primer. So we are gonna do this all around the outside. And then we're gonna let this dry and do the protective enamel. Now that it's dried, we are going to use some of this protective enamel. So let's just pop up here and do this real quick. It just rained. This is kind of major inconvenience.
The rest is wiring, and then I'll go get you.
All right, so now that we're up here, we're gonna go ahead and put this grommet in the hole we just cut. So just squish it around, squeeze it into your hole. All right, so grommet is in. Now we are going to feed the wiring. So here's our additional wiring that we already fed through here. So we're now gonna take the gland and we're gonna feed this wire through the hole. So it's coming through. There's one. There we go. So now let's just feed that through. All right, that leaves a good amount of room. All right, so we now have a lot of the wiring through. So we're going to now add butyl tape along the edges right here, and we're going to face it.
Get rid of a few more boxes.
All right, so now we are going to place our butyl tape on the grooves right here, so everything sits flush. Okay, so here is our setup so far. We have our butyl tape in place right here, so right when we push down, it's all gonna mold together. But first, we are going to use the screws, and we're gonna screw it down into the van, and then put the sealant. Poke the pilot holes with this small drill bit. All right, now we have this drill bit, and we're gonna put the 3 screws in. That's in.
Yeah,
all right.
Far.
Okay.
I don't know if
So there's the bolts. Good to go. Now we are going to seal it down. So let's do that really fast. All right, now we're gonna cut the lap sealant and apply it. So 45-degree angle. Then you gotta puncture it, and then you're good to go. Throw it in the caulking gun and then start applying. Make sure you get all of these bolts as well. All right, there we go. It's definitely not perfect. It's a lot of damn sealant, but that'll do it for you. If you can't really see, but it's in there. All right, so now we're going to move on. We're going to wire our solar panels in series. So we're gonna bring the other one up here, connect all the wires, zip tie them beneath somehow. Then we're gonna mount them to the roof rack. All right, so now we're going to move this solar panel to this side. Now that, because we are covering our gland. This is negative.
Right. So that's going to go to the positive one on the other panel.
So the red.
So the negative on this panel goes to the other side.
So red connects to this.
Sure.
Okay, so my dad just fed me some red wire because we connected our red wire with the negative wire on the solar panel. So now we're gonna zip tie it to the top so there's no rattling. Okay, so now that we have those other ones connected, we're gonna connect the male. Also, if you didn't know, this is the female one, this is the male. It's got a little pecker on it, so. This one is gonna connect to the other black one, so we're gonna pop the, oh, we already popped the zip ties. We should probably zip tie this one back, because this one's gonna connect to the one closest to it. So we're now gonna connect this one to the negative terminal, negative plug-in on this side, and then the female one, or the male one into this one. All right, bringing her up.
You got it?
Yep. All right. So that one and that one, or this one.
Yeah, that one goes to the...
Oh, yeah, yeah. Boom. It's a hawk circling us. Got it.
And then we start to...
All right, lean it down. Now I'm gonna connect to these guys. Got it.
All right.
All right, got it. So now that it's in, I'm gonna keep my knee here.
Okay.
Do you wanna move back over and mess with that side?
Yep.
Shimmy it in there.
Pull this.
Mind there's bolts in there. All right.
Oh, man.
Got it. All right, so we got our thread lock right here. Got our screwdriver. So let me show you guys again, how you install this. So for the first step, I'm just gonna go ahead and slide all of these in here. So we're gonna put 8 on each side. So one here, and then so on. So 8 T-nuts are gonna go through this little notch right here. All right, so now that we have the T-nuts in there, we're going to place the hardware in there in this orientation. So we're gonna put the flat washer on top, lock washer on top of that one, and then our 1/2-inch bolt. Look for it and start starting it in there. Come on, where the hell is it? It's gonna be the hardest part, honestly. It's just lining them up each time. And I'm doing this one-handed, so let's hope we get it. All right, I finally got one of them. It took me like forever to figure out. There's metal shavings everywhere, but do not forget to put Loctite in there as well. Forgot to mention that. Okay. And I figured out this is the magic tool.
All right, I'll leave you alone. You're doing good.
Yep, I'll be done in about like 3 hours. If you get one of the T-nuts that fall in here too far and you've already bolted it down, try using a zip tie, sliding it under and knocking it back over. So you really need to be careful where you place this. I guess it's just the best. Yep. All right, there you have it, fellas. That is how you install solar panels on your roof rack. The only last step to do if you have this same one, the Flatline Vanco, is to go around and make sure you tighten all of those lock nuts around the place. Just make sure everything's tight and you're good to go. But thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to follow along some more, and moving on to the interior and below. So see you guys next video.